Aimless, without any clear intentions, purpose, or direction. She said that her life seemed aimless after her children left home. Airless, used to describe a place where it is difficult to breathe or the air is not fresh. My hotel room was small, airless, and uncomfortable. Baseless, not based on facts. She assured me that my fears were baseless. Beardless, without a beard. He had a beardless face. Blameless, not responsible for anything bad. It was mainly my fault, but she wasn't entirely blameless. Bloodless. A bloodless military operation involves no death. The rebel soldiers seized power in a bloodless coup. Boneless, without a bone. You need a boneless breast of chicken. Bottomless. A bottomless hole, container, etc. has or appears to have no bottom. The pond looked dark, almost bottomless. Boundless, having no limit. She has boundless energy and enthusiasm. Brainless, stupid. What sort of brainless idiot would do that? Breathless, not able to breathe easily. I was breathless after climbing the stairs. Careless, not taking or showing enough care and attention. My son's teacher says that his work is often rather careless. Cashless, using or operating with credit and debit cards and electronic systems, not money in the form of coins or notes. A cashless society. Causeless, without any good reason. Sometimes you may feel causeless anxiety. Ceaseless, without stopping or seeming to have no end. Their fight on that piece of land seems to be ceaseless. Charmless, unpleasant and without charm or interest. I've always found him a most charmless individual. Classless, not belonging to a particular social class. Her accent is classless. Classless, second meaning. Having no different social classes. The Prime Minister claims that he wants to create a classless society. Clueless, having no knowledge of something or of things in general. Most people are completely clueless about tide directions and weather conditions. Cloudless, with no clouds. It was a cloudless sky. Colorless, having no color. Water and glass are colorless. Comfortless, without anything that gives physical comfort. He had a comfortless childhood. Contactless, relating to the use of wireless technology to make a payment using a credit card or debit card or a mobile phone. Our debit cards are now contactless and will work at contactless readers throughout the UK. Countless. Very many or too many to be counted. There are countless arguments against a ridiculous proposal. Cordless. A cordless electrical tool or piece of equipment operates without needing to be permanently connected by a wire to an electrical supply. She has a cordless iron in her home. Dateless. With no romantic partner or no one to go out with romantically. She was dateless on Valentine's Day. She had not even received a card. Dauntless. Showing determination and no fear. In spite of the scale of the famine, the relief workers struggled on with dauntless optimism. Deathless. Lasting forever and never to be forgotten. His deathless prose attracted lots of attention. Defenseless. Defenseless people, animals, places, or things are weak and unable to protect themselves from attack. They were defenseless against the enemy bomb. Directionless. Not knowing what to do or what you want to do. He felt directionless in his life. Dreamless. Dreamless sleep is a sleep in which you do not dream. I sank into a deep, dreamless sleep. Emotionless. Not showing emotion. Her song was emotionless. Endless. Never finishing or seeming never to finish. We used to have endless arguments about politics. Faceless. Having no clear characteristics and therefore not interesting. There were faceless officials working in that company. Fearless. Having no fear. She was a fearless fighter. Featureless. Looking the same in every part, usually in a way that most people consider to be boring. We faced a gray featureless landscape. Feckless. Weak in character and lacking determination. He was portrayed as a feckless drunk. Flawless. Perfect or without mistakes. She had a flawless performance. Formless. Without clear shape or structure. At first, all the visits and discussions seemed somewhat formless. Frictionless. Without any friction. The force that makes it difficult for an object to slide across or move through something. Cartilage covers the ends of the bones in our joints and permits nearly frictionless movement. Fruitless. If an action or attempt to do something is fruitless, it is unsuccessful or produces nothing of value. All diplomatic attempts at a peaceful solution to the crisis have been fruitless. Groundless. without cause. My fears turned out to be groundless. Hapless, unlucky, and usually unhappy. Many children are hapless victims of this war. Heartless, cruel, and not worrying about other people. Don't be so heartless. Helpless, unable to do anything to help yourself or anyone else. You feel so helpless because there is nothing you can do to make the child better. Homeless, without a home. Accommodation needs to be found for thousands of homeless families. Hopeless, without hope. She was depressed and felt totally hopeless about the future. Lawless, not controlled by laws or illegal. The film is set in a lawless city sometime in the future. Meaningless, having no meaning. A meaningless phrase was written on the t-shirt. Moonless, without light from the moon. It was a dark moonless night. Nameless, having no name or having a name that is not known. The author of the medieval text was nameless. Painless, causing no physical pain. A painless medical procedure. Painless, second meaning. Causing no problems. A painless solution to a problem. Passionless, without any passion. This music is passionless. Priceless. A priceless object has such a high value, especially because it is rare, that the price of it cannot be calculated. A priceless collection of vases was destroyed. Purposeless. Done without a clear intention. They had a purposeless fight all night. Remorseless. Severe and showing no sadness or guilt. I met a remorseless judge in a court. Remorseless, second meaning. Never stopping or impossible to stop. The hurricane's remorseless approach could be observed. Restless. Unwilling or unable to stay still or to be quiet and calm because you are worried or bored. He is a restless type. He never stays in one country for long. Rimless. Rimless glasses do not have a rim, an outer edge made from a different material. He has got new rimless reading glasses. Rudderless. Of an organization, without anyone in control and therefore unable to take decisions. When a ship is sailing the sea rudderless, only fools stand on a deck and argue about who is to blame. Ruthless. not thinking or worrying about any pain caused to others. Cruel. Some people believe that to succeed in this world, you have to be ruthless. Scoreless. In a scoreless game, no goals or points are scored. After a scoreless first half, United went on to win 2-0. Seamless. Without any seams. Lines of sewing joining different pieces of cloth. I like seamless tights. Stainless. With no marks on it, or made of a substance that is not damaged by air or water, and that does not change color. I bought a few stainless food containers. Stainless, second meaning. Morally good. Having done nothing that could be considered to be wrong. He was a man of stainless character. Tasteless. Likely to upset someone. I hated his tasteless jokes. Tasteless, second meaning. Having no flavor. The meat was dry and tasteless. Tasteless, third meaning. Not as stylish. The decor in the house was tasteless. Thoughtless. Not considering how your actions or words may upset someone. She's not intentionally unkind. She's just a little thoughtless sometimes. Tireless. Working energetically and continuously. Tony is a tireless worker. Toneless. Of a voice. Not expressing any emotion. He had a toneless voice when talking to me. Tuneless. Having no tune and unpleasant. Tuneless whistling makes him angry. Useless. Of no use. Not working or not achieving what is needed. Without fuel, the vehicles will become useless for moving supplies. Voiceless. If a group of people is voiceless, it does not have the power or the legal right to express their opinions. He has spent his life fighting for the rights of the voiceless and the underprivileged. Wireless. Using a system of radio signals rather than wires to connect computers, mobile phones, etc. to each other. We have a wireless connection to the internet here. Doubtless. Used to mean that you're certain that something will happen or is true. Doubtless you have heard the news already. Nevertheless, despite what has just been said or referred to. I knew a lot about the subject already, but her talk was interesting nevertheless. Nonetheless, despite what has just been said or done. There are serious problems in our country. Nonetheless, we feel this is a good time to return. Regardless, despite not being affected by something. This job is open to all, regardless of previous experience.